Hello and welcome to the next video in the series of the Mini Sky Hunter. This video was meant to be a long range video, but due to VTX issues, not really sure what's up with it. Could be the fact that the VTX is on its way out, but not really 100% sure. After this flight, I did pull it out and have a check, and it doesn't seem to be anything wrong. But what you'll see in the DVR is that there is some interference. Could be to do with the weather conditions, but probably not. It could just be to do with the VTX has been in the plane for quite a while and has taken some hits. So I was going to use this video as showcasing some long range footage, but actually, as that didn't happen due to the VTX, I'm just going to go through the specs of my aircraft and how I've got it set up. So let's start with the frame. The frame is the Sonic Model Mini Sky Hunter V2. So over the V1 edition, it has carbon fibre spars, extra supports in the far ends of the wingtips, as well as a carbon plate just to sandwich the two wings together. Going on from that, the power system, we've got a 60 amp Hobbywing ESC, and the motor is the SunSky 1250 kV Series 2 motor. I have a couple of different props that I like to spin on it. I've got a 9x4.5 and 9x6. I tend to run this aircraft on 4S. At the moment, my current battery for it is a 2650 milliamp battery. Tends to get me about 12 to 15 minutes flight time on that setup, but it just gives me a bit of extra puff on takeoff, which really does help with this aircraft as it does weigh a bit. Moving on to the flight controller, we have the Matek F411 WSE. It did used to have the F411 wing, but I've taken it out to 1 for the camera splitter, and 2, it's a bit more compact, so it brings the weight down of the aircraft a little bit. Moving from there to the radio system, we have the R9 Slim Plus in the wing. This is set to the 500 milliwatt no telemetry setting, 16 channels. The reason it's not on Flex is because I'm using the FlySky Nirvana, and that is not supporting an OpenTX yet. It's using kind of like an offcut of OpenTX, and Flex is not supported by that. The VTX is the AKK FX2 Ultimate, and it's the International Edition, so it can go up to 1200 milliwatts, but I've got it set on its kind of mid setting, just because at the moment I really don't need 1200 milliwatts, and it's a bit of a faff to press the button for 8 seconds each flight to get it to go to 1200 milliwatts. I think I'm going to, if I'm going to change it out, I'll probably go to a TBS just for peace of mind, but we'll see. We'll just see if the AKK can pull it off and carry on working. Moving on to the cameras, we've got the Runcam Eagle 2 Pro in the nose, and the Caddx Turtle V2 on the top on a Metal Gear servo. The Caddx FPV feed is quite clear. It's not bad at all for a split, but the Eagle 2 Pro definitely has the clearer image. It's a bit hard to tell with the footage today. I have put the DVR up, but due to the interference, it's quite hard to tell which one's better really. I find the Eagle 2 Pro's got better colour ratio, but the Caddx has definitely got its uses, especially for when you're trying to aim a shot with the HD camera. Where we're flying today is a place just in the east of Hampshire. It's my kind of go-to spot for wings because it's a big open area. There's no houses, no people around, and it's just a nice big area to practice and get people used to wings. Today we had one of my friends who hasn't flown FPV for a little while have his 3-channel glider. Unfortunately, it did crash a couple of times, but it was just good to get him in the air. We also had a couple of quads out, which was great to see, and there is some chase footage somewhere of the Sky Hunter. Just a little flyby of the group. Okay, so as you can see, the video feed is quite clear from the FPV feed as we get closer, but it does get some interference. Not quite sure what that's all about. Really liking the Caddx Turtle V2. On this flight we have the ND8 filter, I did buy a ND8 filter and the ND16 filter, but the ND16 filter turned up smashed, so that I'm kind of trying to sort out getting a new one or a replacement for that. On this flight, as I said, the ND8 filter is on, which has taken away some of the jello. I know that from the Worthing video there was quite a bit of jello. It has cleared it up, but then today also it's not as bright and sunny, and there is less interference from the light, so maybe that's got something to do with it as well. Really do like the fact that I have a camera splitter on this flight controller, so I can fly with my Eagle 2 Pro or the Cadex and just have a look around. At the end of the video I do stick the aircraft in loiter and just sit back and let it fly around in circles while I look around. There are some really nice features of this flying spot. We also have some areas that we can't fly, which is the horizon mark just there. We can't fly into that area due to it being owned by the military, and we don't want to get the aircraft shot down. Okay, I'm going to stop talking at this point and let you enjoy some more footage. I am going to try and get some long range footage up, as well as some more modifications on my Sky Hunter. I'm probably going to do a walk around video next, in the next couple of days, of the Sky Hunter and some of our other fleet, and just go into depth of the how, what and why they're set up the way they are, and then do some more, hopefully some long range footage from this Sky Hunter, as that's what the whole point of this aircraft was for me. I've got my EDF jets, I've got my Fury Wing for just having a mess around, and this is supposed to be my cinematic kind of long range having a look around vehicle. This summer I'm going away to a good few places in the UK and Scotland, and this will be going with me, hopefully with some other people. We've got a big group of modelers going on a trip away in the summer, and it'd be really useful to have this so we can send it off and get some nice shots of the group. Okay, enjoy your week, hopefully nothing too stressful, and make sure you get out flying at the weekend. Have a good one.